So what we want to do is we want to take these two lines, y equals negative 2x plus 4 and y equals 4x minus 2. We want to graph them, and we want to see where do they intersect each other. What is the point of intersection of these two lines? So underneath here, I have done just that. You can see my work here. So first of all, I took the line y equals negative 2x plus 4. I could have done a table of values for it, but I preferred to use the slope y-intercept method because it's a little bit quicker. So I picked off what the slope was. The slope was negative 2. It's the number attached to the x. And so to see my rise and my run, I wrote it as a fraction. So it became negative 2 over 1. So I got rise of negative 2 and a run of 1. I also picked off what my y-intercept was, so that's always my constant value, which is tagged onto the end here. It doesn't have an x attached to it, it's all on its own, so I know that my y-intercept is 4. So using this information, I plotted my point at 4, so there's my y-intercept. I'm going to put my pencil on there, and then I'm going to run. So I'm going to rise negative 2, which means I'm going to go down 2 over 1. Down 2 over 1. Down 2 over 1. Down 2 over 1. So you can see how I'm using my slope to generate some more points. And then I'm going to take my line, I'm going to draw it all the way across my graph. So I get this nice long line that stretches from tip to tip of the graph. And that's the green there, y equals negative 2x plus 4. I did the same thing for y equals 4x minus 2. So I picked off my slope. It's the number attached to my x, which is my 4. I know that's the same as 4 over 1, so my rise is going to be 4 and my run is going to be 1. And my y-intercept is going to be negative 2, the number that's tagged on by itself there. So again, I'm going to plot my point at negative 2, and then I'm going to rise 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1 to get another point. Rise 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1 to get another point. And again, draw a nice long line that spans that whole graph to see what y equals 4x minus 2 looks like. So I've got my two lines graphed here, and now all I have to do is see if I can read off the point where they cross each other. So I just circled it in pink here because that is the point of intersection. And when I read off that point, my x-coordinate is 1 and my y-coordinate is 2. So the point of intersection, I call it POI for short, is 1, 2. So I would say the solution to this system, the point where they cross each other, the point of intersection, is the point 1, 2. Okay? So I'll show you another one just so that you've got a second example to look at. So this time we're going to do the same thing. We're going to solve this system. I've got the lines y equals 1/2 x plus 3 and y equals 7 over 4x minus 2. So this time we've got some fractions in there, but that's okay. We can easily deal with that. So again, I always use slope y-intercept form if I can to graph it quickly. So I'm going to pick off my slope, which is attached to my x. My slope is going to be 1/2, so there's my rise and my run. I'm going to pick off my y-intercept, which is the plus 3. I'm going to start with my 3 on the y-axis. I'm going to put a point there. So I've got my point at 0, 3. There's my y-intercept. And from there, I'm going to rise 1, run 2. Rise 1, run 2. And you can see how I got a couple points there, and I'm going to take my line, stretch it all the way across the graph to graph y equals 1/2 x plus 3. Same thing for down here. So my 7 over 4 is going to be my slope because it's in front of the x. That's my rise and my run. I'm going to pick off my y-intercept, which is at negative 2. So I'm going to start by plotting a point at negative 2 on my y-axis. I'm going to put my pencil there, and from there I'm going to go up 7 and over 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my other point. I'm going to draw a nice long line through those 2 points that spans the whole graph. I'm going to label my line so the reader knows which one this is representing. And then from there, I'm going to look at my system overall and see where those two lines cross. I circled it in pink here. I can see that at this point of intersection, the x-coordinate is going to be 4, the y-coordinate is going to be 5. So the point of intersection is 4, 5. So the point of intersection, where the two lines cross, which is also called the solution to our system, is a point 4, 5. Okay?